Hi there! Welcome back to my channel. So, andito na naman si Binibining Lindsay para mag-share sa inyo ng panibagong kaalaman. So, kumusta naman po ang lahat? Nakapag-CO na ba? Ayan, so kung nakapag-CO ka na, para sa iyo ang video na ito. So, for today's video ay pag-usapan naman natin ang PMS portfolio o yung ating gagawing repository. Okay, so for today's video, i-share natin ano ba yung mga MOVs na kakailanganin natin. And of course, tuturuan ko rin kayo kung paano mag-annotate. Okay? So may mga sample MOVs ako ipapakita, each objectives, and of course, yung kinakailangan ng annotations. So disclaimer lang, no? Itong video na ito ay intended for beginning towards proficient teachers or yung ating mga teachers 1 to 3. Another disclaimer, repository lang naman yung kailangan nating i-prepare, pero ipapakita kong example sa inyo is portfolio. So, usually kasi ganun yung ginagawa ko personally para, of course, alam naman natin na sa ECP ngayon, ang dami-daming mga MOVs na kailangan. So, at least, mas presentable siyang nakapresent. And wag kayong mag-worry kasi pwede kong ibigay sa inyo yung template na nagawa ko for this school year 2025-2026 for PMS portfolio. I-message nyo lang ako sa aking Facebook, Lindsay H. Maglalang. Okay, so tara, pag-usapan na natin kung ano ba yung mga kailangan lamanin ng ating PMS portfolio for school year 2025-2026. And last disclaimer, no, yung mga i-share ko sa inyo ay based lang naman po sa guidelines ng PMS. And of course, importante pa rin na makinig tayo sa ating mga mentor kung ano yung kailangan nila at gusto nilang makita sa ating portfolio. Yun lang naman, tara, samahan niyo akong i-discuss ang mga ito. Okay, so simulan na natin yung discussion nitong PMS 2025-2026. So, kanina nag-disclaimer ako, no, kasi itong papakita ko is portfolio, pero ang hinihingi lang naman sa atin is repository. So, ito lang naman yung prepared ko, no, kasi syempre, para pag nagkaroon ulit ng reclassification or promotion, naka-ready na yung material na kakailanganin ko at nandito na lahat ng hahanapin ko. So, option nyo naman yan. Mas gusto ko lang na mas presentable itong mga MOVs na nakalagay ko dito, no? Kaya ako gumamit ulit ng portfolio. Okay? So, kung gusto nyo po ng, ng template, pwede ko naman kayong bigyan. Message nyo lang ako. Pero template lang ha, hindi kasama yung content. I mean, ando naman na lahat ng kakailanganin. Pero yung pinaka-MOVs, hindi ko siya pwedeng isama. Okay? Ayan na. So, kung makapapansin nyo, andito muna yung cover page, yung schools nyo nakalagay, yung title, of course. And then sa second page is about the teacher, yung name nyo, yung position, yung office unit, ayan, and then yung education, kung gusto nyo lang naman ilagay. And the third one is the table of content. So ito na yung mga lalamanin nitong aking PMS portfolio. From CRA 1 to CRA 6. So now, start na tayo for CRA 1, for Objective 1. Apply knowledge of content within a cross-curriculum teaching area. So ano bang kailangan lang natin dito? Yung ating COT or yung tool natin, no? Yung grades natin. So ito po yung nakalagay sa PMS mismo na guidelines. So para daw makuha natin yung highest possible score na 5, which is outstanding, kailangan tayo ay naka-level 6. Ulitin ko po itong dinidiscuss natin ay for beginning towards proficient teacher. So, this will be for teacher 1 to teacher 3. Okay? Yan. So, ang kailangan ng nating MOVs dito is yung ating CO tool. Ayan. So, kung naka-6 ka, outstanding agad. Yan. So, di ba may dalawa tayong CO, ilagay nyo na lang parehas. Ayan. Okay, next. For CRA 1, Objective 2, use range of teaching strategies that enhance learner achievement in literacy and numeracy. So, same lang din dun sa nauna. Para ka makakuha ng highest possible score na 5, which is outstanding, kailangan maka-level 6 ka nung ikaw ay nagpa-classroom observation na makikita sa tool na ibinigay ng iyong mentor. So, yan pa rin syempre yung MOVs natin. Yan. So, lagay nyo na lang yung CO1 and CO2 nyo. Okay, for CRA1 pa rin, Objective 3, apply range of teaching strategies to develop critical and creative thinking as well as other higher order thinking skills. Ang kailangan pa rin natin is yung classroom observation tool. Yan na. So, para makakuha ng highest possible score na 5, which is outstanding, kailangan ka maka-level 6. So, kung mapapansin nyo, pababa siya ng pababa, depende sa kung ano yung nakuha nyong score nung kayo ay nagpa-classroom observation. So, kung 5, magkakaroon ka ng score na 4. Kung 4, magkakaroon ka ng 3. Kung 3, magkakaroon ka ng 2. And kung 2, magkakaroon ka ng 1 point. Okay? So, ang MOV sa kailangan, of course, yung classroom observation tool pa rin from CO1 and 2. Okay, so for CRA2, Objective 4, manage classroom structure to engage learners individually or in groups in meaningful exploration, discovery, and hands-on activities within a range of physical learning environments. So, ang kailangan din dito, of course, yung ating CO tool pa rin, no? Okay, to get the highest possible score na 5, which is outstanding, kailangan maka-level 6. So, from CO1 po natin yan, no, na classroom observation. Okay, next, for Objective 5, manage learner behavior constructively by applying positive and non-violent discipline to ensure learning-focused environment. So, ang kailangan nating MOVs, classroom observation tool pa rin. Yan. To get the highest possible score, kailangan maka-level 6. So, ang MOV sa kailangan natin dito ay makikita natin sa CO tool natin sa classroom observation 2. Okay? Next po, for CRA3, Objective 6, use differentiated developmentally appropriate learning experiences to address learners' gender, needs, strengths, interests, and experiences. So, kailangan pa rin natin, of course, is yung ating CO tool. Ayan. So, para makuha yung highest possible score, which is outstanding, level 6 pa rin. Ang MOV sa kailangan natin dito ay yung CO1 tool natin. Next, for Objective 7, plan, manage, and implement a developmentally sequenced teaching and learning process to meet curriculum requirements and varied teaching contexts. So, kailangan natin dito ay CO tool pa rin. Yan. So, kailangan para makuha yung outstanding ay level 6. So, dun sa PMS na guidelines, no, na basis ko dito, yung Annex C, ang nakalagay lang talaga dun sa bawat MOV is 1. No? Pero kung, halimbawa, yung Objective 1 to 3, di ba ginagamit na natin siya from CO1 and CO2, lagay na lang natin parehas, no? Pero dito sa mga isa lang talaga natin na beses na ginamit ng mga indicator, isa lang yung ilalagay natin, no? Okay, so ito po ang kailangan CO1 tool na MOVs. Next, for Objective 8 ng CRA4, participated in collegial discussion that use teacher and learner feedback to enrich teaching practice. So, dito naman po ay non-observable na po ang hinihingi dito. So, nakalagay dito yung following na kailangan natin, no? Pero tingnan natin mismo yung PMS tool. Yan. So, sa means of verification, kailangan daw any of the following documents. Pero para ka maka-5 or outstanding, nakalagay dito, shared insights and or suggestion on effective use of teacher and learner feedback during LAC sessions, meetings, and other collegial discussion to enrich teaching practice as evidenced by MOV3. So, kung mapapansin nyo, kung titingin tayo sa MOV3 dito, ang kailangan ni accomplishment report, minutes of LAC or minutes of LAC sessions or other collegial discussion, highlighting the teacher's contribution in the professional collaboration. So, dito, may nakalagay na timeliness. So, meaning to say, across 4 quarters. So, ilang MOV yung kailangan? 4, no? And para ka maka-5, anong kailangan? MOV number 3. And of course, bago mo naman makuha yung MOV number 3 na to, meron ka rin naman dapat nito. Diba? Yan, yung 1 and 2. So, kung meron ka ng lahat ng yan, I suggest ilagay mo. No? Lahat ng naging meetings na inattendan mo from 1st to 4th quarter, ilagay mo. No? Yun naman yung suggestion din sa amin ng aming mga mentor, no? Ilagay kung meron ka naman ng lahat ng yan. So, this will be the sample MOV. Yan. So, first quarter department meeting. So, nilagay ko yung pictures. Habang nagmi-meeting kami, yung attendance nilagay ko rin, no? And ito yung minutes of the meeting. Yan. So, nilagay ko siya, itong minutes of the meeting. Since ito naman ay meeting, so wala kami ditong accomplishment report, which is, pwede naman yung minutes of the meeting ang ilagay. No? May prepared by, of course, naka-noted din siya dun sa kung sino yung nagpa-meeting. Pwede naman, kagaya nito, no? Ito naman kasi ay meeting din sa amin, no? Pero, kung mapapansin natin, focus group discussion naman to, FGT. So, yun din, nilagay ko rin yung proof of attendance, yung meeting namin. And, yung sa minutes, provided to, alam ko binibigay to, itong minutes of participation in collegial discussion that use teacher and learner feedback to enrich teaching practice. Provided to, template talaga to na ginagamit natin for this particular objective, no? So, kung wala kayo nito, pwede kayong humingi sa akin, pwede ko kayong sendan. Pero dapat nakakapag-notes kayo ng mga napag-uusapan, ng mga feedback, yung mga nasi-share nyo sa LAC session or FGD, para may malagay kayo dito. Yan. So, second quarter minutes of FGD naman. So, for third quarter, nagkaroon din kami ng department meeting. So, yun yung nilagay ko dyan. And yung minutes of the meeting. Yung mga napag-usapan, yung mga naging feedback, no? Para makatulong sa pagtuturo ng mga teachers. And then for the fourth quarter, nagkaroon ulit kami ng FGD. Ang ginamit ko ulit is yung template, no? Na ibinigay for this particular objective. So, nilagay ko po dyan yung mga napag-usapan and yung mga naging feedbacks din para makatulong sa aking pagtuturo or pwede ring mga share practices or practice. Yan. So, yun po yung kailangan for this objective. Next, for CRA 4, Objective 9, selected, develop, organize, and use appropriate teaching and learning resources including ICT to address learning goals. So, dito ang kailangan ay CO tool. Particularly na yung CO number 2 natin. No? Okay, so para makuha yung highest possible score, na 5, kailangan level 6 ka dito sa indicator na ito. Ang MOV natin dyan ay ang ating CO2. And for CRA 4, Objective 10, design, selected, organize, and use diagnostic, formative, and summative assessment strategies consistent with curriculum requirements. So, ang kailangan rin ulit natin dito ay CO tool. Okay? Ayan. So, yun po yung kailangan. So, for the PMS, yan. So, to get the highest possible score of 6, ang kailangan na, 5 rather, outstanding, kailangan makakuha tayo ng level 6 for this particular indicator. So, ang kailangan natin ditong MOV is yung classroom observation tool for CO2 natin, no? Okay, next, for CRA 5, Objective 11, monitored and evaluated learner progress and achievement using learner attainment data. Okay? So, kung yung PMS tool ang basis natin, ito yung mga kailangan. Any one of the following documents, class record, test result, and analysis, remedial and intervention program plan, report on remedial and intervention program. Okay, to get the highest possible score, which is 5, outstanding, implemented the intervention plan based on learner attainment data as evidenced by MOV4. So, kailangan meron kang MOV4, which is report on remedial and intervention program. So, ito yung accomplishment report na tinatawag, no? Pero, syempre, bago ka magkaroon ng accomplishment report, meron ka dapat ng mga 1 to 3 na yan, 'di ba? Kasi yan yung naging basis natin din ng ating intervention. Okay? And then, pababa ng pababa yung scores kung ano lang yung meron kang MOV. Ito ay walang timeliness kung makikita nyo naman. So, meaning to say, kung sa second quarter, first quarter, third, or fourth ka nagpa-intervention at yun yung nilagay mo, walang problema kasi yun lang naman yung hinihingi. Pero kasi ako, ang ginawa ko dito, since from first to fourth quarter ay nagkakaroon naman ako ng intervention plan is in remedial, nilagay ko na siya from first to fourth quarter, no? So, may template kasi rin kaming ginagamit. So, ito yung example. Learning competencies, ito yung mga least mastered skills, competencies. Ito yung mga intervention activities na nilagay ko. Time frame, resources na kailangan, persons involved, and then success indicator. No, importante itong success indicator na to. Ito ay plan pa lang to, no? Plan. And then, pirmado dapat siya ng ating mga heads, no? Kailangan inform sila na nagpapagawa tayo ito or gumagawa na tayo nitong intervention plan na to. Okay. And then, ito yung aking intervention accomplishment report. So, nilagay ko dyan kung paano ko isinagawa yung intervention plan na to. Anong nangyari dun sa success indicator ko, kung success ba talaga. Yan. Yan. So, nakalagay din po dyan. And pirmado rin, of course, ko and ng heads. And nilagay ko rin yung dito yung sample check activities para talagang makita nila na nag-conduct talaga ako, no? Na meron talagang changes sa scores ng mga bata. And of course, para lang mas maging matibay yung proof ko for this particular objective. So, hindi ko na nilagay yung ibang quarter, pero ako ay nagpa-intervention from first to fourth quarter. Yan. So, paano ba tayo nagpapa-intervention? Pwede kasi nga, halimbawa, no first quarter, nagpa-summative test ka, tas mababa. So, dun pa lang pwede na yun maging basis ng intervention mo na huwag ka muna mag-move sa mga lesson na susunod kung alam mong may naiiwan pa. So, pwede mong gawan yun ng plan. Pwede rin, after ng first quarter exam, mababa yung scores ng mga bata or maraming mga batang bagsak. So, pwede mo siyang gawan ng remediation or intervention. Yon. So, pwede rin sa reading. Kung meron kayong mga reading intervention, pwede po yun. Pwede natin ilagay yun dito. Okay. Next po is CRA. 4. Objective 12. Communicated promptly and clearly the learner's needs, progress, achievement to key stakeholders, including parents, guardians. So, sa PMS natin, any of the following. Okay? Yan. So, nakalagay dito, sample corrected test paper of a learner in learning area with parent or guardian signature, date of receipt, and feedback. Malinaw ha, date of receipt and feedback, narrative report nung ating mga meetings, report card with parent signatures and feedback nakalagay, communication log with key stakeholders and others kung meron pa. Okay, so dito, any one of the following naman dito, basta may nakalagay kasi na timeliness from first to fourth quarter or across 4 quarters dapat, no? Yan. Para makuha natin yung highest possible score na 5, from first to fourth quarter, meron ka ng any of the following na to. So, sa efficiency naman, at least for acceptable MOVs. So, pwede po ba na na sample of corrected test paper lang yung from first to fourth ko? Pwede naman. Pwede bang sa una is ganyan, sample, merong narrative, pwede rin. And pwede rin nyo rin pong ilagay lahat kung meron naman kayo niyan. Okay? Ako kasi personally, kapag meron ako ng lahat ng ilalagay ko siya, alalahanin nyo, no, tuwing ating reclassification and promotion ngayon under ECP, maganda na meron tayong nakalagay sa ating mga portfolio or repository nang sa gayon, kuha lang tayo ng kuha ng kakailanganin natin. 'Di ba? Maraming option. Okay? So, ito yung example ng MOV. Yan, corrected test paper. May pinalagay po kasi ako talagang, kasi nga, sabi ko nga, nabasa ko na siya, wala pa ng first quarter. Kaya, medyo prepared na tayo sa mga kakailanganin. So, may feedback talaga ng magulang. And dates kung kailan na-receive. First to third quarter pa lang to, no? Kasi wala pang fourth quarter exam. Pero ilalagay ko rin siya. And of course, yung narrative report, nung PTA from first to fourth quarter din. Ayan. Report card, nilagay ko rin siya. Nilagay ko lahat kung anong meron ako, no? Pwede nyo naman ilagay lahat para wala nang tanong-tanong talaga kapag minsan kasi 'di ba, meron masyadong mabusisi na mga mentor. At least, yung lahat ng kailangan nila andyan na. Pili na lang sila. Okay, so for CRA number 6, Objective 13, apply the personal philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered. So, ito medyo madali lang naman tong kailangan natin dito, no? So, any of the following crafted and used by the proficient teacher in actual classroom instruction, lesson plan, activity sheets, visual aids, assessment materials, with annotation, of course. Paano na-demonstrate itong philosophy of teaching na to? So, para ka makakuha ng outstanding or 5, nakalagay dito, demonstrated a clear theory-informed learner-centered philosophy and justified how it shaped the design of instructional materials with a strong alignment shown through specific and reflective annotation. So, magre-reflect ka lang naman para paano mo na ipakita to, no? So, any of the following naman, ang ginamit ko dito is lesson plan. Yan. So, ito yung reflective annotation ko. Nag-reflect ako kung paano ko naipakita or na-demonstrate, no? Of course, involved na rin dito yung mga strategies, philosophy natin sa teaching, yan. In teaching the lesson criteria ng Katipunan, I made sure that my personal teaching philosophy, being learner-centered, was clearly reflected in both lesson plan and in how I conducted the class. I believe that students learn best when they are actively involved, when they work together, when they reflect on ideas, and when they are encouraged to think deeply. Because of this belief, excuse me, I design my instructional materials activities based on constructivism. Yan, binanggit ko po yung mga ginamit kong approach. Yan, so the lesson focus on the following objectives, sinabi ko dyan. To make sure these objectives were achieved, I carefully align my activities with them. For example, the activities sa classroom may bata. So, binanggit ko kung ano-ano yung mga activities na yun na nagre-reflect dun sa mga ginamit kong philosophy and approaches. Okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo po dito, may reflection din ni teacher. Yan. So, every activity was intentionally connected to the objectives. The lesson was not just about teaching a historical document. It became an opportunity for students to think critically, work together, and reflect on important values that are still relevant today. This experience strengthened my belief that when lessons are well aligned and grounded in clear educational theories, learning becomes more meaningful, engaging, and impactful for students. So, ganyan po ako nag-reflective annotation dito sa lesson plan ko. Okay? Next, for class 6, Objective 14, set professional development goals based on the Philippine Professional Standards for Teacher. So, ito naman ay madali lang to, no, ng mga MOVs at meron naman talaga tayo niyan. ISAT, yung certification natin, IPCRF-DP, media review form, tsaka updated IPCRF-DP from phase 2. Ayan. So, para makuha mo yung 5, of course, meron ka dapat lahat niyan kasi may efficiency and timeliness din, no? Ayan yung ISAT ko. IPCRF-DP, media review form, at hindi ko pa nalalagay yung updated IPCRF-DP. So, madali na lang naman siyang ilagay. So, yun lang. Yun po yung nilalaman ng PMIS repository or portfolio. Sana po ay nakatulong ako sa inyong pagpe-prepare. Yan. So, ulitin ko lang po, no? This is for beginning towards proficient teacher. For teacher 1 to teacher 3. So, kung kailangan nyo yung template, message nyo na lang ako. Okay? Sa aking Facebook, Lindsay H. Maglalang. Thank you so much!